New data out showing the American consumer is getting worried about the economy. Yeah, the consumer index, confidence index shows how people feel about the economy right now, with 100 being neutral. The index for February came in at 89.3. That's a big drop from January's mark of 105, and it's the lowest it's been since June of last year. Here to break down those figures for us is a good friend of the show, Morgan Ward, the assistant professor of marketing at Emory. Good to have you back on the show, Morgan.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, give us your take on these figures that came out yesterday.
Yeah, so we took quite a drop, and the biggest drop, unfortunately, since August of 2021. And what the confidence metric is measuring is essentially how optimistic people feel about their own finances. So this is a pretty good indicator of how much they are willing to spend in the coming months, and it actually is pretty correlated with how the economy will do in the next 6 months or so. So it's something that's certainly worth paying attention to.
When you look at those numbers, so 100 is neutral. You're saying 98.3 doesn't seem that far away. Are we really on shaky ground?
Are we on shaky ground? You know, I think that this is the third month in a row that it's dropped, and so this is an indication. It doesn't mean that this is a foregone conclusion, right? Certainly, this doesn't say that our economy is going straight into recession. It's just one indicator that people are feeling less confident. They're seeing higher prices. They're worried about tariffs. You know, 97,000 jobs have been cut from the government, so they are seeing that information, and it just makes people a little nervous about how their financial health is going to be in the next 6 months.
How much should we tie this to the new administration?
I would say that any change is a surprise and can lead to concerns and fear because you just don't know what to expect. So, I also think that the tariffs and that fairly substantial change, especially the ones that are coming in March that were delayed from February, are making people concerned because, of course, we import a lot from Canada and Mexico. And so it certainly has to do with the new administration and, of course, the new policies that they're putting into place.
When it comes to consumer confidence, is there one area more on shaky ground than another area?
Well, it measures two things. One of the things that it measures is your current feeling, and the other one is your feelings about your future. And so I would say that the one that's more reliable is probably your current feelings about your economic health. Your future, you're always anticipating something. So I think that you're seeing immediate responses from the stock market. The Dow was down, and so was the NASDAQ. But we can't really tell how people's 6 months projections are going to play out, right? So I think that the current is the more reliable.
Now, you're the expert, right? And you're also a consumer. So how do you feel personally about it? How are you, tell us how you feel about it.
Well, I mean, everybody worries about change. Personally, I think that consumer confidence issues are an index is also responsive to the media and what we say in the media. So, reinforcing the fears of people is kind of cyclical and iterative. So those fears that are being reinforced can also play out. And so I think that we should, whenever something bad could happen, something good could happen. And so I'm optimistic. I hope that a lot of these changes are bringing up nervousness, but could actually have some really positive results in the long term.
I guess we need to be better aware, right, of what we're doing, what we're spending, how we're doing that. And I know you're on top of it always, and so we'll bring you back and talk more about it. Morgan Ward with Emory, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, take care. All right.